Revelation 5272. From the 14th of December 1951. Cooperation of light beings with humans. Light bearers. All the powers of heaven are working to help people in their spiritual adversity. For the great hardship on earth is evident in the spiritual kingdom, and since they also know the cause of it, they want to intervene to help. The earth lies in darkness. Only occasionally do small lights flare up, but their light does not reach far and is caught by the night. People of bright spirit are only to be found in small numbers on earth, but the whole of humanity is of darkened spirit. Night envelops it. The material world is predominant, and the spiritual world can only radiate a faint glimmer of light. Although its light is extremely effective, yet it only shines where the will for light is present. Where darkness is preferred to night, there the light does not push itself forward. But the powers of heaven intervene. They send such bright rays of light down to earth that night is chased away. Where these rays of light are received, the kingdom of light establishes contact with people on earth. But the light beings need the will of the people for this, which is expressed in the desire for enlightenment. The gates to the spiritual kingdom open up to the one who wants to know, or also. There are no boundaries between heaven and earth where the human being is willing to lift these boundaries, where he consciously enters into contact with the kingdom beyond. Their human cooperation with the light beings is possible. The human being as such is imperfect as long as he still dwells on earth, and will not reach the source of light by his own strength if he is not granted help from above, if he is not shown the path which leads to the source of light. And thus the messengers of the kingdom of light are constantly anxious to hand over guides to earthly wanderers, to illuminate the path for them and thus to precede them as bearers of light. Soon they will give the light themselves into the hands of those who let themselves be guided, and soon there will be new light bearers again who show their fellow human beings the right path which leads upwards. The spiritual kingdom works together with people on earth, yet the same work is always done. Darkness is fought and light is carried on. What is impossible at night can be done in the light of day, and people must constantly be active if their earthly life is not to have been an idle one. The night, however, gives no opportunity to work, for only light reveals where and how work is to be done. But light can only come from the kingdom of light, since the earth itself is a dark body to which light has to be brought. That is, people on earth are imperfect creatures who should develop upwards, and imperfect creatures are also lightless as a sign of their imperfection. But they can accept a great deal of light and become a body of light themselves if they appropriate the abundance of light from the spiritual kingdom, if they are willing to accept what comes to them from the kingdom of light. If they want the darkness to depart from them and they approach the radiant morning through their will. If they themselves seek the light and therefore also give the light beings an opportunity to supply it to them. Then the forces of heaven work unitedly with the people on earth. They fight unitedly against the darkness of night and also manage that the morning dawns and with it the radiant light of the sun. The divine knowledge touches the heart of people who want to escape the darkness of spirit. Amen.